What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Friday morning episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all of my socials at Sports Talk Matt, and we are back with an incomplete mark for last night. So it's about 9 o'clock Pacific time. I got some stuff. I'm exhausted. I got to go to bed. I got to get up early. I got some stuff I got to do in the morning. So I am taping now. We got Vermont right. They won by 10. Steph Curry was the worst bet of the week. Steph Curry went for like 100 points. He doubled up his prop. It was 24.5. He's still scoring. Ripped apart the Orlando Magic. That was the worst bet of the night. But we got Giannis there over 27.5 points. He got 28. So that's great. Now we're waiting on Jaden McDaniels. That was the BettingPros pick of the day. We've hit 8 straight. He has 6, 5 points, 1 assist. We played under 18.5. If that comes in, that's 9 straight. BettingPros Daily Juice pick of the days to hit. Hell of a streak. We'll go 2-1 in the prop market, but we'll go 3-1 overall. So it's a winning day regardless, whether McDaniels comes in or not. But I think he's looking good right now, given that the Lakers are killing the T-Wolves. And hopefully the trend continues. He had 6 in the first, hopefully 6 in the second, under 18.5. And we're good there for that. It's a 3-1 day. So I won't know till the morning. And I'll be on the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat, if you want to talk about where we are, because we're currently 13-4 betting NBA player props here in the year 2025. If we hit the McDaniels one, we will improve to 15-5, right? 13-4, 15-5 for the year. So for the first 20 bets to go 15 out of 20 is a hell of a start to the 2025 year betting NBA player props. So we'll keep rolling here and keep betting it. I've got 3 more player props for you here today on the podcast. Why not? And I'm going to go and bet hockey. I haven't bet hockey in a while. I'm going to come in and take a hockey shot for us here. Only 3 games on the slate, but 1 game between Minnesota and Colorado that I want to talk about here in just 1 second. So we're going to jump in with an NHL play here on a Friday night. But before we do that, let's remind you about the autographed Nick Chubb helmet that you could win today. We're going to pull a name later on today for this last day of the month. If you want to win this signed Nick Chubb helmet for free, courtesy of our friends at pristineauction.com, all you need to do is head to bettingpros.com/contest, complete the form, and either download the Betting Pros app, leave a review for a Betting Pros podcast, any of them, Daily Juice included, or subscribe to our social media channels at Betting Pros on X and TikTok and at Betting Pros NFL on Instagram. The more actions you complete, the more entries you will receive. We will be announcing the winner right here early next week on this very channel. So the contest ends today. Make sure to turn on your notifications so you can be alerted when new episodes are up, and we will announce the winner on one of those episodes. Enter for free to win this autographed, beautiful signed Nick Chubb Browns helmet, thanks to pristineauction.com, by going to bettingpros.com/contest. Okay, let's talk about prop bets for tomorrow. And I am really going to be interested to see what happens here when you guys have to bet all unders. And I mean all unders. So let's start with Trae Young. Now, we were dead wrong with Steph Curry last night, so we could be dead wrong here with Trae Young. But the prop bet analyzer is coming in here for Trae Young, points, assists, and rebounds under 39.5. In fact, there's nearly a 5-point or a 5-mark differential between the prop at 39.5 and the projection from the prop bet cheat sheet. This is a 5-star play. This is a 38% positive EV play up against a defense that's ranked 3rd in the NBA. When you look at Trae Young, last 2 games, this number fell 27 and 28. He's missed it his last 2 games, both against Miami, by the way. Against the Thunder, he has gone under every time he has played the Thunder in the last 2 years. Last year went under, number was 40.5. It went 33. Earlier in 24, it was 39. The number was 43.5. And back in 23, it was 37. It went under on the hook. It was 37.5. So he hasn't gone over this in a couple of years. So that means nothing. That's last year. This is this year. But over the last 15 games, Trae Young has gone under 39.5 points, rebounds, and assists 8 of the last 15 games. Back-to-back games. 3 games prior all went over, and then on the road at Orlando went under. Given the fact that the prop bet cheat sheet likes this so much, given the fact that the defense for the Thunder is legitimate, I know Atlanta's at home. It's always scary to do that. Trae Young in his last 5 games has been pretty decent except for Miami, but we're going to follow the prop bet cheat sheet here. We're going to go under 39.5 for Trae Young here at minus 113. Bet number 2, Tyler Hero. We're going to come in and we're going to bet a similar play here. This is going to be, it's going to be fun. Andrew Wiggins. Oh, I was going to bet. Sorry, I switched off that. It's Andrew Wiggins. Sorry, I switched off of that. I did bet it, but not officially. You can bet the Hero. Tyler Hero under 39.5. You can bet that too. But we're going to come in with Andrew Wiggins. Why? Prop bet cheat sheet likes Andrew Wiggins almost as much as it likes Trae Young for points, rebounds, and assists for Andrew Wiggins. Now, 28.5 at minus 117, not bad from a juice perspective. Wiggins, again, 5-star play. This is a 34% positive EV play. And you look at the way that Andrew Wiggins has played recently in terms of this number being 28.5, he has gone under his last 2 games, both against Atlanta. Went over against Milwaukee, went over against the Thunder, went under against OKC, and under against the Boston Celtics. Head-to-head wise, up against Indiana, Andrew Wiggins has never gone over this. Okay? Now, different teams, different games, different, offenses. But this year, against Indiana, he went under. It was 23 he wound up with, under 28.5. Against Indiana back in 24 of March, he had 14, under 28.5. And against Indiana back in February of 24, also scored 20, went under again. So 28.5, he hasn't gone over this right now for Andrew Wiggins. The projection, 3.7 to go under here at 28.5 for Andrew Wiggins for the Heat up against the Indiana Pacers. The Heat are at home. This is at Indiana. I probably wouldn't like it nearly as much, but we're going to jump in with Andrew Wiggins, points, rebounds, and assists under 28.5. Same with Trae Young, under points, rebounds, and assists at 39.5. And then I should know how to say this kid's name. The Riche kid, Zachary Riche. I think I'm saying it right, but I'm probably not. He is the number 1 option against the number 1 defense here. Okay. So I'm not proud of myself that I should, as a sports broadcaster and as somebody who watches the NBA, I've watched this kid. I just don't know how to say his name. 11.5 points is the projection for him, for Zachariah. 8.5 is the projection. 11.5 is the prop. This is the number 1 play on the prop bet cheat sheet for the night. This kid, it's a 40% positive EV. It's a 5-star play. OKC is coming to town against Atlanta. Again, we're going Trae Young under. We're going Riche under. So I think we just have to come in and say, you know what? Let's just go play the game under, realistically, unless, the Atlanta scores a ton. We're going under 11.5 points. This at minus 113 for our props. All right, so 3 props for us here on a Friday. All unders. Trae Young under 39.5 points, rebounds, assists. Andrew Wiggins under 28.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And Zachariah, again, I'm going to kill his last name, but I apologize. Under 11.5 points for him with that. That should say points on the screen. At minus 113 for us there. So looking like another 2-in-1 night, hopefully for us on the prop bet, on the props for tonight. For Thursday, let's keep it going here on a Friday. One NHL play to jump in. It's the Wild at the Avalanche. This number was 5.5. It's been bet to 6. I like the under. Colorado's at home. They are 7-3 to the under over their last 10 games at home. The Wild on the road are 6-3-1 to the under over their last 10 games. In the last game these two teams played at Colorado, the Wild won the game 3-1. Now, they played a game in early January in Minnesota, 6-1 win, but this game's back in Colorado. Recently for the Avalanche, 5-1, 2-1, 2-1. Now, they lost 2 of those games, but 5-1, 3-1, 2-1, those are all unders. On the other side, for the Wild, they lost 6-1 to Utah, but against Detroit, 3-2. Against the Detroit Red Wings, 4-3. The Islanders, 6-3, and then Carolina, 2-1. So they've been playing a bit more up-tempo and scoring a little more, but because of the fact that this being a divisional game and at home, Minnesota's got 72 points. Colorado's got 70 points. 3-1 in the last game back on the 20th of January, a month ago. And that all 4 goaltenders, even Marc-Andre Fleury is having a resurging type of year. He's 12-6-1 with a 2.58 goals against average. That's pretty much exactly the same as Gustafsson for the Wild. On the flip side, Blackwood or Wedgwood, either or, they both have had very good seasons. Blackwood's 12-16-5-3 with a 2.5 goals against average. And then Wedgwood has a 2.78 goals against average. So I don't really care who's in net, to be quite honest. I think we're good on that. Decent push potential with a 6. We're going to play the under. Wild and the Avalanche under 6 goals here tonight for 1.15 units. So those are our 4 plays for us here on a Friday. 3 NBA player props, 4 unders. Nothing like sitting through a Friday night with praying for nothing to happen. Sorry, but that's what this Friday night's going to bring, with 3 NBA player prop unders and 1 NHL under as well on a Friday night. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all of my socials at Sports Talk Matt every morning, wherever you guys get your podcasts. It is the Daily Juice.